Hello and welcome to another episode on Football Talk Podcast. My name is Ozzie and I'm your host for today's show. Firstly, apologies for the delay in doing this review. It's been a busy few days, especially with half term now. But the saying is there's no better time than the present. So let's recap and review all the games in match week 9. And to be fair, the first game has to be the London derby between Chelsea and Arsenal, which we all know concluded 2-2. Now, Chelsea, aka Billy FC, were 2-0 up in this game, and I'm sure they will be kicking themselves for not walking away with 3 points. Let's go through the key moments of the game. It started with Arsenal conceding a penalty as Saliba blocks Mudrik's header with his arm. Looking at the incident, I think it was the right decision. Upsets Cole Palmer for the penalty, and he calmly slots the ball in the back of the net to give Chelsea the lead up. And the second goal, Chelsea scored a second goal with probably one of the flukiest goals I've ever witnessed, as Mudryk hits a cross/shot from the left-hand side and it goes over the keeper and into the back of the net. The way he was celebrating, you thought he scored a worldie, but yeah, that was completely luck. He did not mean to score that goal in that manner. You can even tell in terms of his body language and his eyes. He was looking to find Sterling on the far post, and it just somehow ended up in the back of the net. You also have to question the keeper's positioning there as well. But nevertheless, it was a lucky goal, so I wouldn't be too harsh on the goalkeeper. But that wasn't even the worst howler from a goalkeeper, as Chelsea's goalkeeper Sanchez joins the party with a poor outfield pass, which ends up to Declan Rice, and he shoots from distance to give Arsenal some hope with the first goal. It was pretty much an open goal, but the way the shot was hit into the corner was sweetly done by Declan Rice. And then Arsenal managed to get an equaliser through Trossard, as Saka hits a fantastic cross from the right-hand side. And Trossard slides in to make the perfect contact into the bottom corner with the outside of his foot. Now, again, you may question Sanchez for that moment as well, as it wasn't the hardest of shots. It was relatively close to the ball. But, we'll give the attacker the benefit of the doubt, and it was a good finish from him. Arsenal fans may feel disappointed with the overall performance, but I think getting a draw for being 2-0 down against a team like Chelsea is a great comeback. So, a point gained and not 2-point drops in my opinion. Next fixture, Liverpool versus Everton. Now, another midday kickoff for Liverpool after an international break. It's almost a tradition now, to be honest. And normally, we're not very successful, especially last season. But this season, it's been a completely different story. Liverpool, to be frank, were very, very average in this game and just about scraped through a win with a Salah double. The defining moment of the game was the red card, as Ashley Young was sent off for 2 bookable offences. For me, it was the right call, as both fouls were yellow cards. And despite what you hear from TV pundits, who always seem to have a different viewpoint when it's against Liverpool, but here we are. In terms of Everton, they were 10 men down. This was just before half-time. And Sean Dyche brought on 2 defenders to pretty much park the jumbo jet at the start of the second half, bringing on Patterson and Michael Keane to the lineup. Liverpool blocked the deadlock through a penalty as Keane handballs Diaz's cross in the box. Some pundits or some fans would say that it wasn't a penalty due to the distance of the ball in the hand, but he clearly stuck his hand in the air to block the cross, so it doesn't get as obvious as that. Salah steps up and smashes it beautifully in the top corner. Liverpool get a second goal in the final moment of the game as Núñez makes a marauding run from a counter-attack, lays it off for Salah, who smashes the ball into the back of the net. Not the most exciting of derby performances, to be fair, but I'll take that any day of the week. 3 points in the bag. And to be honest, we were doing it without playing above first gear. So those are the type of games you need to win, especially in the league, as you can't be 10 out of 10 in every game. So overall, I think the win was deserved. And yeah, we managed to notch it up in the end. Man City versus Brighton. That game concluded 2-1. Managed Man City managed to get the win against Brighton, who some may have said this fixture could be a banana skin, but that wasn't the case. Man City opened the scoreline with a left-footed strike by Alvarez. Not the cleanest of strikes, to be fair, but in the end, he hit the target, which is what you want from your attackers. City get their second goal as Brighton lose possession. I think it was Baliba, the new signing, who lost the ball. Haaland capitalizes and drives the ball before hitting a lethal shot into the bottom corner. Great finish by the Norwegian striker there. Haaland had another chance moments later to make it 2 goals for himself, but it was saved by the keeper. Brighton do get a consolation goal through their new signing, Ansu Fati. But overall, a well-deserved win for City. But they're no longer top of the league now, as Tottenham's win against Fulham takes them to the top. So let's talk about Tottenham's game. And Tottenham beat Fulham 2-0, and what a victory it was. But it could easily have been Fulham taking the lead as Palhinha hits a fantastic header, but it was saved by Vicario, and what a save it was, to be fair. Excuse me. Richarlison has a glorious chance from the outside of the box, but unfortunately his shot is guided wide. But it was Tottenham's new talisman, Heung-min Son, who scores the opening goal. Unstoppable finish in the top bins. Great goal by Son. And then Spurs get their second goal with a combination as Son and Maddison exchange passes. Maddison's the one that's through on goal, and he calmly slots the ball in the bottom corner. Overall, a great win for Spurs. And this has been a big question over the weekend, and everyone's asking, are Spurs serious title contenders? Honestly, I don't think so. And look, I'm not being a hater, or I'm not trying to dampen their performances so far this season, because quite frankly, they've been fantastic. I just don't think they have the strength in depth to compete for the title. If they recruit some players in January window, it could change their fortune. But at this stage, I think it's premature to label Spurs as title challengers. In terms of other games, Bournemouth lost 2-1 to Wolves. Wolves get a crucial away win. Solanke opens the scoreline for Bournemouth, but it was Cunha and Kalajic who sealed the win for Wolves. The other fixture, Nottingham Forest versus Luton, which ended 2-2. This game was full of shots and, to be quite frank, awful shooting at the same time. So I was a little bit surprised that it ended 2-2. Forest were actually 2-0 up, with Chris Woods scoring a brace, but Luton fought back and managed to equal the score and get the crucial point. Goals coming from Ogbene and Odebayo. So great point for Luton Town there. Sheffield United versus Manchester United ended 2-1 to the away team. United scraped through with an away win. Goals from McTominay and an unlikely match winner in Dalot, who's actually scored a good goal from outside the box. Mark Burnley gets a consolation goal for Sheffield United through a penalty. Still haven't able to get their first win of the season yet. So long way before obtaining that, I guess. Aston Villa, what a win there was. 4-1 against West Ham as they ran riot against the Hammers. Douglas Luiz gets a double. Watkins scores a fantastic goal with his left foot. Thunder shot into the top of the corner. Leon Bailey gets the fourth goal, and Bowen gets a consolation through a deflection shot for West Ham. So a good win for Villa there. And speaking of number 4, Newcastle hit 4 past Crystal Palace, and the Eagles were completely destroyed by the Toonami. Jammy goal by Jacob Murphy to open the scoreline. Doesn't matter how much he celebrated, that was just a fluky goal itself. Gordon makes it 2-0 with his shot, left-footed strike. Longstaff makes it 3 with his low shot as he charges into the box. And Callum Wilson makes it 4 with a nice, cool finish at the end. So a great victory. But unfortunately, there could be a dark cloud over St. James's Park, as it's been reported that Tonali is set to be banned from football for 10 months for gambling charges. A big blow for the club and for the players as well. But, this was something that maybe they should have looked into, but maybe they had no knowledge whatsoever, because it did come as a surprise for us. But let's see how it pans out. That's pretty much him out for the next year as well. So huge blow for the club. And yeah, if that is the case, then they will have to go into transfer window in January and find a replacement as soon as possible, because that will have a big impact on their season overall. That concludes my review of Match Week 9. So what I'll do before I wrap up the show, I'll announce the FPL Manager of the Week, and that goes to Joseph Haraldson, and your team is called Hozov FC, and you managed to notch up 111 points. So well done to you, Joseph. Fantastic score there. Triple figures, never easy, but you managed to do it in a tricky week as well. So well done to you. I got 74 points. And in fact, I've actually dropped from 60th position to 73rd. So I need to fix up and fast, because I'm just going down that league and it's not looking good for me. Here is the top 5 of our FPL league. So I'll just share the screen with you guys right now. So as you can see, Nana Sare is still number 1 with 612 points. He got 73 points this match week. So well done to you, Nana, in terms of maintaining your position top of the league. You've got Jake Harrison of Kinder Bueno in second. You've got a Flying Hobo of A Hobos FC. You've got a Rum Punch, which is Bamo Kun's team, so he's 4th. And we've got a new name in terms of 5th position, and that is Pasuran Mania, and his team is Siamic Sorrow. So yeah, you've climbed up the league, and you've got Dr. Isa as well, as in your team is his name Dr. Isa, and you are currently in 6th, climbing up. So well done to you for making the top 6. So yeah, seeing some new names, which is quite interesting. So it's getting heated towards the top of the league. I need to join the party, so hopefully I'll do in the next coming weeks. But that's a wrap up for today, guys. So thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be doing 2 shows for you guys tomorrow. So the first show will be a match preview of Liverpool's Europa League game against Toulouse. It will be at a bit of an unusual time, unfortunately. It will be at 1 p.m. UK time. So yes, if you can tune in during your lunch break, that would be great. And then the second show will be the match reaction of that game, and that will take place around 10:30. So make sure to hit that notification bell so you have a reminder to watch it live. Also, follow me on social at OzzieFTP on Twitter and Ozzie.ftp on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok for all the latest updates. As always, guys, thank you for watching tonight. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and I hope to see you all very soon. Goodbye.